Hi, how are you? Welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out with me. I have a fun little Christmas door hanger to show you all tonight. So if I can get my page to load, that would be perfect. Let's see if we can do it together. All right. So I have been working all day, and then after I got off with work, I had to go set up for my event that I have tomorrow. Y'all, it's cold in here. I need my blankie. All right, here we go. All right, keyword is ready to go. It is the word cookie. There we go. All right, so this is a plate, and we have some Christmas cookies too. So I'm gonna quickly start just with the plate. Okay, we're gonna paint this storm, and I'm gonna just, hopefully, I think that'll be enough. I don't want to leave that open, so I'm gonna hope that that's enough. We'll see. We'll come back if it's not to the jar. Okay, and I'm gonna add some water right onto the cutout and then just spread from there. Hopefully that's not too thick. I think that's gonna be good. Maybe. Might be a little much, but that's okay. All right. Now there are score lines. I probably should have not used quite so much paste to begin with, but it'll be fine. It will be fine. Okay. And I think we just need one layer, so that's good. I think once this dries, you'll be able to see our score lines through it, which is okay. If not, that's all right too. Hey, Amy, how are you? Hi, Vicky. Welcome, girls. All right, I'm going to set that to the side and let it dry. And then we have some other pieces here. So I have some little gingerbread people. I have a couple of sugar cookies. So I'm going to start just with the small stuff. We'll start with the sugar cookies. I have this like brownish, I think that is khaki tan that I used from Deco Art for my cookies. I think that'll be a good color for those. So these are layered. So I have a little snowflake for the star one, and then I have a little Christmas tree for the other one. And you know, I just realized that the top of that Christmas tree should not, I was thinking red for it for some reason, but I need to do that one green. So let me just see. I have a decent green over here. Y'all, I feel like I got something on my shirt. Yeah, I have this Kelly green. Let's see if that will work. From Apple Barrel. Try not to waste paint over here, but it's a very difficult task in this room. Okay, now back on track. Get those painted, and then I'm gonna pull this one over to the side, and we'll do that one before we do the red, because if not, I will end up painting it red on accident, and then we'll be having a weird red Christmas tree. And why we would have a red Christmas tree is beyond me. I don't know. All right. All right, that's perfect. So I'll set that to the side in case we want to use it again. This brown is going to be nutmeg brown from Apple Barrel. I just put a little bit on my plate over here for my gingerbread people. I do have a couple of Posca pins out so that I can use that for their buttons. And I've got a mess brewing over here with this paint situation. I keep sticking my finger in it. All right. Try not to put too much paint down so that I don't mess up my score lines, but we'll see how it goes. It's questionable. Y'all, look what Dozer did to me earlier. Can you see? He scratched me so bad. So every month we get a bark box for him. And it comes with treats and toys. And I swear, I cannot bring a package in this house without him thinking it's for him because of this bark box that we get. Well, every time the treats enter this home, he turns into a crazy person. Okay? He starts acting like a maniac. And he knows that he has to do a trick to get a treat, right? So he's sitting, and then I'm like, lay down. He lays down. And then I've been trying to teach him roll over, which has been a struggle. A big struggle, okay? So he's not gotten it yet completely. And I try to, like, do a motion for rollover so that he'll connect it, you know? Well, that just makes him even more insane. And then he starts trying to high five. He doesn't know what I'm asking him for. He's a hot mess. So he scratched me earlier thinking that we were doing a high five because he just gets so intense and excited. Just over the top. And he just can't contain himself, really. All right, so I'm going to let these dry. I think that my sugar cookies are good for now. But we'll check back on them here in just a few. Okay, so, oh, I need one more. All right. I have this Kelly green color for my tree. It is a decent green, I think. So we'll do that first. And then I'm going to just do the whole thing with the green. And then I was thinking that I would dot it with a Posca pen where the little score marks are to be like the little sprinkles on this. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. We may do another coat for that one, so I'll leave that right there. And then, oh, I have cherry paste here for the wording. So this is for that Snoopy's Holiday Treats transfer, which you can comment the word cookie to get the link to get all this stuff, okay? The cutout is on my Etsy, and then because I didn't include the Snoopy, that's how I got away with this, okay? And the tray and everything comes in that file, or in the cutout, along with a hanger. You will get a hanger with this one. But yeah, you can comment cookies to not only get the link to get the cutout, but also if you want to get this transfer in the paste colors I put paste packets in there because you don't need a ton of each one. And so I figured that that would be good. If you want to grab the jars, obviously switch it out for the jars, okay? But it's not required. Definitely, if you haven't gotten the Snoopy transfer yet, then make sure that you grab it because once those are gone, honey, they're gone. All right? And the Christmas stuff has just been flying out of the warehouse. They can't seem to keep it in stock. So they won't be restocking any of the holiday stuff. So if you haven't gotten it yet, then I would highly recommend that you do. And if you haven't gotten your discount on your chalk purchases, you can still sign up to be a Perks member before you place your order and get your discount before you check out. Okay, so do that. All of that information is in the message whenever you comment the word cookies. And of course, if you want to join any of my groups, I have a chalk VIP group. I also have a nail group. You're welcome to join those. Those links are also in there so that you can just grab them, okay? I'm going to dry this really fast so I can pull this off of here. I love this cherry. I think it's my favorite red. Besides the crimson, okay? I do love Shimmer Crimson, which is a club color this month. You get a packet of it this month with your club, so it's a great color. I just got a brand new jar of it too. In fact, I need to grab that and put it in my drawer here so that I have it, because that would have been a great one to use with this project. But I'm going to go in a different direction tonight than that. For my paste color on the wording here. Okay, so I'm going to pull this off and let it sit right here. Let me see. That's probably fine, but you know, we got to make it perfect. Okay, there we go. Y'all, I keep seeing little spots that I didn't quite do perfect on. Okay, let me put those in there because every time I throw it over there, then it's stuck on it forever. It feels like. Okay, so now I think my cookies are good. We have a few little things that we need to do on these cookies. And then we can put them together, and then we can use our transfer on our words and put this whole project together. I think this is going to be really fun. Okay, that's good to go. Now, I have a red Posca pen here. Hey, Steph, how are you? And I'm going to give this my best shot. Actually, I'm tempted to not use that one, because it's harder to color with it. And that, this is like an orange red. So hold on. Let's see what we can do here. I'll use my Sharpie one. I think it's easier to color with. And get inside the lines. For me, it's easier than using a Posca. Even though the color is more vibrant with a Posca pen, if you're not dotting, it's difficult with a Posca. Okay, just gonna be real with it. Yeah, that's not, it's like an orangey red. Let me see. Maybe I can make it a little more vibrant with this one. My gumdrop buttons. Y'all, the Shrek movie is so good. It is underrated, I swear. I need to watch it. It is so funny. I'm sure y'all have seen it. Hopefully you've seen it. It is hilarious whenever Lord Farquaad is torturing that little gingerbread man, and he asks him, "Do you know the Muffin Man?" And he says, "The Muffin Man? The one that lives on Drury Lane?" And then he pulls off one of his gumdrops and he says, "Not my gumdrop buttons." Y'all, I can't. Okay? It is just too hilarious. I don't know why I find that to be so funny, but it is hysterical. There are so many great jokes in that. That movie came out whenever I was in high school, and I have loved it ever since. Okay, so I dotted these little sprinkles on here with white, and I think that's fine. Okay. And then, ooh, this is good. Let me dry this, because I did just paint it one more time to make sure. Hey, Tammy, how are you, doll? Okay. Now, we're going to put all this together real quick so that it's all ready to go whenever we are ready to assemble this whole thing. And our pieces won't move around or anything. I'm just going to use a little bit of glue, and we're going to place this. So this week I've been working on things. Oh gosh. And I started prepping an embellishment kit, okay, that has just like all kinds of random cutouts in it. I have an example cut, and I'm going to be posting it on my Etsy. Maybe I can get that posted tonight. And then tomorrow I can tell you about it. But it's really exciting. It has like a couple of different snowman noses. Look at that cute cookie. It's got all kinds of stuff in there that you can use to embellish. It's got different snowflakes. It has all kinds of things that you can randomly use in your designs of whatever you're making to add just a little bit of something. Even if it's not a cutout based project, you can add cutouts to it and paint them. I'm doing good. Just to add a little bit of something, okay? A little bit of pizzazz, if you will. Oh gosh. Trying my best to hold on to this. Okay, good. Our score lines are still here. We didn't do too bad painting that, so that's good. I don't know why I pulled this over here to dry. I don't even need it yet. But I'm getting ahead of myself, so that's the problem. It's fine. We'll dry it, and then we'll do the words here. I don't know what I'm thinking about, y'all. I got excited, I think, about the embellishments. So I also included a couple of these gingerbread guys. I included the sugar cookies that are layered. What else is in there? There's a bunch of stuff. It's 2 sheets, 9 by 12 sheets, okay? And it's got a bunch of things in there. Some Christmas trees of different sizes. A present. There's all kinds of stuff. And some stockings, some little miniature stockings. A set of ice skates. Like, there's all kinds of stuff in there. So I'll get that posted as soon as possible so that you guys can check that out on my Etsy store. And then I'll share that on my page. So make sure that you're following my page and that you comment here so that you'll see whenever I post stuff on there, even if it's not a video, okay? Because you're not going to get a notification that I posted if it's not a live video, always. So, unless if you're following and you have your notifications turned on for whenever I post. That would be great too. All right, let's get this fuzzed really well. Multiple times. I'm not going to wax these. Hopefully I'm not going to regret my choices tonight. Okay, we're making choices randomly. All right. And then I want to try, and as I do, get this all stuck on here at once. So let's see if we can give that a go. So we're going to turn this and then use the fuzzing cloth as a base so that I don't stick this all to my desk. Get that stuck on there, and then we'll go for the ampersand. There we go. And then the word Coco. Y'all, this is so cute. I love Snoopy. And I sort of wish that I would have done a Snoopy project tonight, but I could not resist this cookie tray. Yeah, I think it'll be fun too. And just something a little bit different so that you can use it to make whatever you're making or embellish whatever you're making, right? All right, so this is Shimmer Frost. I love this color. I think it'll be perfect up against that red, and it'll look really nice and stark. Plus a little bit of shimmer. It never hurt anybody, okay? Literally, it never hurt a soul. So get that on there. Give it a little bit of a snowy effect or whatever. And you can hang this on your door. Literally, I approve you doing decorations now if you want to. But as soon as Halloween is over, y'all, like the strike of midnight on Halloween night, and I am going to be decorating. So get ready. I will be sharing some photos of my Christmas tree and our holiday decor around here. So I hope you're ready for that. And I've made so many ornaments that I have somewhere to hang them now. Although I did take some of them with me tonight. The recent ones that I've made. Plus I have the ones that I made last year too. To put on my tree at my event this weekend. So I need to share a video of all of the ornaments on there because they're so cute. They're those little reindeers. I don't know if y'all remember the reindeers that I made last year, but oh my gosh, they're adorable with their little red noses and the different shades. I did different shades of brown for those. So I have a light one and a darker one. And then I forgot I had made that little cute snowman. I always forget that I do things whenever I make stuff, and then I pull it out and I remember like, oh my gosh, this was so cute. So I'll make a little video tomorrow while I'm at my booth to show you my little tree at my booth because it is too cute. With all my little decorations on it. Alright, I think we're ready. I think so. Alright, so I just want to get this dried. Make sure it's really good and dry. Don't forget that shimmer paste always takes just a little bit longer to dry. So keep that in mind whenever you're doing your projects, but with this dryer, super fast. Okay, all right, and then there's no real placement for this except for Like, I just made it to where this can fit perfectly around the circle like that. Okay, and then you can just do this however you want to. And I wanted to kind of space my cookies out so that they are sort of just however, okay? And then I'm going to use my stick fast. And as always, a little bit goes a long way. There we go. Should have put my hanger on first, but when do I ever? I've literally done it hanger first maybe one time out of the last 20. It is in Magnolia, at this church called Wildwood, I think. You should come check it out. Buy some nails for me. There are a ton of vendors there. I'm really excited. It's a super nice church too. And they have the setup. Like, they've got all kinds of vendors everywhere. It's very well organized. I cannot wait. I want to do this event again. Okay? Next year. Because I want to be on their list. And I also, so the other thing that I'm starting is I just placed an order tonight. And so not for this event, but for the next event that I do, I want to have a hat bar. Y'all, ever since literally 1 week ago, whenever I went to my friend Amy's house and we went to her birthday party, we went to a hat bar for her birthday, and it was so much fun. So I have to bring that fun to other women. Look at this. This is adorable. Okay, so now I want to add a little bit of something to this. Just randomly. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with the lines. Okay, but they're there. Okay, so they count now. And then we need to do our hanger. So I put this back over here, but I still needed it. It's cute, right? I am going to dry these white lines, make sure that they're good and dry before I go and smudge them all up. The paint pen dries pretty quick though, so it shouldn't be an issue, but just make sure. And then, and also that my glue's dry too. Now, let me see how this hangs. So that is basically the middle. So we'll put it right like that. Now, the hanger, I got my big jute here and my hanger pieces. All right, now this hanger will come with it. This piece with the cutouts goes in first with the little slots cut out. Okay, in first, and then you have this piece. So then I'm going to take my glue gun and just get a little bit of glue there. It's really cute, right? I'm glad you like it. And I'm going to get that pushed through there. And then on the other side, get a little bit of glue on there. And kind of get that pressed together. Oh gosh. I didn't do a great job with that. So I got to make sure that I twist it with the grain so that it doesn't come apart. There. And then I'm going to pull this really tight through here so that I can tie a knot, because I made this kind of short. Because I always hate it because I waste too much jute whenever I'm trying to do this. And then I'll pull this back through here so I can tie the knot on the other side. Now, you don't need this to be super long. I don't like my hangers to be really long. You may have a different opinion than me, but I always find that whenever it's too long, it slaps against my door, and I don't like that, okay? So I try to keep it as short as possible where I can just hook it through my little door hook thing and not have it be just slamming against my door every time the door opens and closes, okay? Hey, Alma, how are you? So then I have my 2 knots. And then I'm going to take this, I'm going to put glue in both of these little slots here. And then just make a little smiley. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to just stick those little knots in the slots where that glue is. And I'm going to press it down really good. Okay? And let that rest right over there. Okay, now I've got my holder in place, and once that dries, that'll be nice and secure. And it's just a little bitty hanger, okay? Just the tiniest little hook on there so that it can hang. But what do y'all think? I love this little Snoopy transfer. I hope you guys love it too. You can comment the word cookie and go grab all this stuff for yourself. I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Love you. Bye.